In the early stages of building a business, it is incredibly easy to fall into the founder's trap. You spend all your energy focused on day-to-day survival, putting out fires and trying to keep the immediate workflow moving. But once a business actually succeeds and starts to expand, that frantic, hyper-focused operating style stops working. The sheer volume of new demands causes those initial daily routines to buckle under the weight of the company's growth. At this stage, the broader global market becomes intensely chaotic. Relying on your initial standalone product is no longer enough to guarantee you stay afloat. To keep things running smoothly as you scale, you must transition out of pure survival mode. You must build an interrelated operational engine, which relies on 4 non-negotiable strategic activities. Unless these 4 distinct strategies are harmonized into a continuous loop, the organizational workflow fractures and the entire enterprise will stall. The first step in building this engine is the internal process review. This acts as the foundational diagnostic map required before any further expansion can happen. This radar chart plots core variables on axes for finance, efficiency, and competitors. Assessing these metrics helps a company locate its exact market position. Once this diagnostic reveals what must be done, focus shifts to exactly who will execute those tasks. That brings us to the second strategic activity, employee enrichment. Of all the assets a business manages, human resources are unique. They are the only resource possessing an unlimited, scalable potential for empowerment and development. Adopting the right strategies to attract, retain, and fully utilize those people is the most efficient way to achieve its specific goals. A precise diagnostic roadmap means very little on its own. It requires a competent, dedicated team acting as the physical engine driving the process forward. With a strong internal team in place, this newly empowered engine now directs its energy outward, toward the external market. This requires the third strategic activity, maintaining customer relationships. In today's highly competitive business environment, managing this dynamic is increasingly critical. It relies on a very old philosophy: the consumer is king. Every internal plan, policy, and daily operation must orient entirely around the customer satisfaction. Maximizing long-term profit doesn't happen by accident. It is the direct byproduct of anticipating how every single business decision will impact the customer's wants. Meeting those exact wants leads us to the final strategic activity, innovation and creativity, which functions as the ultimate evolutionary output of this entire system. Innovation takes 2 forms. It means either doing entirely new things or taking processes that are already in place and executing them in completely new ways. It requires a rigorous creative thought process to take a raw idea or physical resource and transform it into a useful, original application that separates the company from its competitors. This Venn diagram illustrates how that output is generated. Original innovation is never random. It is the calculated result of matching a highly empowered workforce with a deep understanding of customer wants. When we zoom out, it becomes clear that these 4 strategies are not isolated corporate departments or checkboxes to tick off. Instead, they form a living, interrelated ecosystem. This flowchart visualizes the continuous loop. Internal reviews shape employee development. Empowered employees then anticipate customer needs. Discovered needs drive specific innovations, allowing the company to grow. That growth alters the business structure, requiring a new internal review, starting the cycle all over again. Each of these 4 activities must remain absolutely consistent with the others. If one part of the cycle fails or falls out of alignment, the entire workflow halts. Mastering this interlocking system is the only way an organization can ensure business operations flow smoothly into the future, securing long-term survival.